the Israeli ecosystem, we could say like lots of things, what has been going on in the Israeli ecosystem that made so many entrepreneurs and so many successful startups, right? Could we imagine that there is something in the Israeli ecosystem that is in contrary to being a women entrepreneur, maybe being more traditional, maybe the way that we're thinking?
The book that Inbal Arieli wrote, Chutzpah.
Yeah.
Again, in order to be an entrepreneur, I think something you need is to be what we all Israelis have is chutzpah. Chutzpah is there's no English word for it. How do you explain chutzpah?
I would say that some people would call it rude, but we like it, and that's why we have this
word. Or it's rude with
we're not that rude. We're just trying things that are not exactly
daring. It's something in between. Anyway, I think guys are they have a lot more chutzpah than girls or men versus women, because again, as a woman, you're brought up to be very polite, very, the opposite from chutzpah. Okay.
Yeah, and think what people might say, what people might think about you, right?
Yeah.
And you don't feel.
And men have it a lot less.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I just interviewed people for a product position, and some of them were women, most of them were men, and just an intro email, and you see the answer. You see the answer, and a woman would say, I saw you on LinkedIn, and yeah, right, I would love to see you, and the men would say, okay, Monday at 7:00 is fine. Yeah, it's so obvious. So what is your number one tip for women, for young women starting their career in life, like 20 something, thinking, what would I start with?
What's my number one tip is to listen to your stomach, believe in yourself, and you can do it. Whatever it is, you can do it. There's no ceiling up there. Not a glass one, not a virtual one. Whatever you want to do, you can do. You'll make it. Believe in yourself, and everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy.
No.
But you can do it.
Yeah.
You can even say it's going to be very hard, but you can do it.
Yeah. It's hard, but it's not bad.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying it's hard. It's not easy, okay?
Many people think if it's hard, it's going to be really bad. No, it's going to be hard, but it's not
hard.
Really
is a hard work. Sport is hard, right?
Yeah.
Running a marathon is hard. I don't run a marathon, but
no, me too.
I just understand that it is very hard. But it doesn't mean that it's bad. I think there are things we do because
Grit. There is a book called Grit, and it talks about that, like have the grit to go through something and be very persistent with it.
Yes. So I think these are the things you need in order to succeed. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that it's going to be bad, but life is not easy. Yeah. Although in the social media, it looks like everybody's, in vacation every day and everything's so beautiful. And
I have
people think that my life are only, one big honeymoon. Believe me, it's not.
It's not. Like I have a friend who just broke up from her boyfriend. And the first thing I told her, no Facebook for you. You shouldn't do it. No more. It's like something that we do. And all of us, we don't think about it that obvious about ourselves. When we place a picture, which is a really nice day on the beach, whatever, we're just thinking, it's a great picture. For us, we know it's not the total truth. But when we look at other people, their life is really only on the beach, for sure. It's like, that's what they're doing. Yeah. So what is the most surprising thing you learned after so many years as a serial entrepreneur?
The most surprising thing, I think what I just said, that it's hard. That it really is hard. It's not, you would think that after all these years, it will be much easier. And it's not. Every time you start a new business, you have to work very hard. From the side, people would look at me and say, She knows everybody. She gives a call. They will open the door. They'll give her the money, whatever. Um, so maybe it's easier to me today than to someone else that is just starting. But it's much harder than someone that's somewhere else, right? I mean, we're all the time, at least I am, up on the hill trying
Yeah.
to get there. And maybe it's something in me, I don't know, but I don't remember myself standing on the hill and saying, looking down, saying, "Wow, I'm so happy I can stay here." There will, I will get to the hill.
Yeah.
There'll just be another hill over there, just
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah, I totally understand because it's like I'm currently reading a book of Tal Ben Shachar. You know, he's talking about positive psychology, and he wrote a book about perfection, being a perfectionist. And this is exactly that because you always want to get something which is more. And when you get there, you have the next step. It's like not like, yeah, I'm here, I'm so happy. No, it's like, what's the next thing that I need to accomplish because I need to do it and I need to do it. I'm a perfectionist. It needs to be like 200%, not less than that. And
I think
I
I'm
read
not, I
this
must
book.
say, I think I'm not a perfectionist, but still, I
Mhm.
think the word accomplish is a very important word. We always want, again, I always want to accomplish something else.
Yeah,
Um,
I know.
I
I
used
I
to
read
have
this
my,
book.
what do you call it? The screensaver of my
Mm.
telephone used to say, "Hold your horses." My little child played with it a while ago and he put these hearts
Yeah,
on it. But I used to really look at it and say, "Okay, Merav, but breathe. You don't need to accomplish everything every day. You got this. You can, rest a bit and then maybe start your new
yeah,
business." And I think the COVID-19 has taught all of us to be a lot more um, mellow and breathe more and so on. But we forget so quickly.